Hi, my name is Betsy Burke, and my business is called Minify Plugs. My generation is very concerned about being individuals, having the ability to express themselves by like their clothing or changing their hair or body modification like tattoos or piercings. And one such way to use piercings to express yourself is by expanding the earlobe, stretching it, and then using what's called a gauge or a plug, which can be patterned in different ways and have different images on it. But currently, there's no way to customize it yourself, to be able to draw your own image, put designs that you like on a gauge, and then wear it yourself. And that's where Minify Plugs comes in. We use the same technology used in Shrinky Dinks that allows you to draw on a piece of polystyrene and then put it in the oven, shrink it, and then put it in your ear. So we layer 5 layers of polystyrene using super glue, and then you can draw on it yourself. So our mission statement is to create quality, functional, customizable gauges for the purchase of the public. So the product ranges from the 8 gauge to the 2 inch, which gives quite a few different sizes, so any person, regardless of what stage and stretching they are, would be able to use it. Our price is based on the cost of the material. We could go demand-based at some point, but since we're just starting off, we just go with how much the material itself costs and then what profit we want to get while still maintaining a cheap price. We're going to be advertising on music blogs or other places where people with gauges tend to frequent, because the person who has a gauge often is interested in music and things like that. And then we're going to be selling almost exclusively online, except if we decide to advertise and perhaps sell in tattoo parlors around the Wichita area. So the target market, it's mostly young adults who would be having these gauges, who live at home still or at college and don't have that much money to be spending on frivolous things. Rather, they could be male or female, and they're generally going to be more creative people if they want to draw their own rather than just purchasing a pre-made one. It'll cost about $205.61 to start up the business with inventory, like getting the plastic and the glue and equipment, like if we get a circle cutter so that we wouldn't have to deal with like imperfect circles that could be cut by hand, and the reserve and the supplies, and that'll be covered by a $230 gift by a family member. We're selling around $5. It'll fluctuate because the bigger the gauge, the more plastic you'd have to use on it, but around $5. And depending again on how much we use, it will be about $1.14 to make with the glue and the plastic. And we'll be including sandpaper so that if there are any imperfections once they bake it, they can shave those off so they won't be damaging their ears. And then having a gross profit of around $3.86 with a return on sales of 32.55, which is pretty good. Fixed costs, about $34. We won't have to pay utilities and rent since we'll be operating from home, at least at the beginning, with advertising and unforeseen costs allowed. And then about $10.90 for variable costs with packaging, shipping, credit card service charges. And we should be making about $39.87 a month, just estimating, with a payback in less than 1 year. So that's my business, Minify Plugs, the truly custom plug.